All right, boys. So the second thing we've looked at this week is adding and subtracting fractions. Okay. Now, when we add and subtract fractions, we need to remember that we have to have the same denominator, okay, to be able to add them together. So if we give, let's start with something simple. If I give you 3/9 plus 4/9. We can add this together very, very simply. The reason why is because these denominators are the same, okay? So all we need to do when we add fractions is if the denominators are the same, which they are, okay, we keep them the same. So we can straight away go ahead and put 9 on the bottom here, okay? Now, all we need to do is add these top numbers, okay? 3 plus 4, which equals 7/9, okay? So when we add or subtract fractions, if the denominator is the same, we only need to add or subtract the numerator. Alrighty, okay, that's a simple one. All right, these are the tricky ones though. If we get given fractions that have different denominators, that is the tricky section. So if I go 2/4 plus 1/3, okay, we cannot actually add that together yet. The reason why is because the denominators, as I said, are not the same. So what you need to do when you've got two different denominators is find a common number that they both go into. So if we look at 4 and we look at 3, what's the number that 4 and 3 both have as a multiple? We should be able to see that 4 and 3 both go into the number 12. Okay, so what that means is we need to make our denominator number 12. So in order to get to number 12, the number 12, okay, to make our denominator 12, okay, something plus something, okay, over something 12 plus something 12. To make it like that, what must we do? Well, to get our 4 to the number 12, we must multiply that by 3. And now there's a rule. When we're looking at fractions, whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So if we multiply by 3 on the bottom, that means we have to multiply by 3 on the top. So 2 times 3, okay, is 4. So if we look at it this way, then we've got 2 times 3, so that then becomes our numerator, which would be 6. Alright, so that's how we turn 2/4 into 6/12. Now, how do we go from 1/3 to something over 12? Well, once again, we multiply by a number. 3 times 4, okay, equals 12. Whatever we do to the bottom, we do to the top. So then 1 times 4 becomes on top. Now, we've got a simple addition sum. 6 12ths plus 4 12ths equal 10 12ths. Okay, let's do one more just to practice what we've done, okay, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. Okay, so if I give you, let's go something a little bit harder, 6/9, okay, plus 4/3. Okay, that's a little bit trickier again, okay, a little bit trickier. But let's get into the same denominator, okay, let's get into the same denominator. Now, we should be able to see that 3 goes into 9. So all we need to do is change this particular fraction. So what do we do to get 3 to 9? So we multiply that by 3. So 3 times 3, okay, is obviously 9. And then whatever we do to the bottom, we do to the top, which would be 4 times 3, which would be 12. Now we can add on 12 ninths plus 6 ninths, okay, which would equal 18 ninths. Now, this is called an improper fraction, okay? It is a possible answer. However, we want to get it to its simplest form. So to get it to its simplest form, okay, we must look at what can we do to get it to a mixed numeral. Well, how many times does 9 go into 18? It goes in twice with nothing left over. So 18 over 9 is the same as 2 wholes. Now that one's a little bit trickier for sure.